Hey everyone, Jason Weckerle here. In this series of videos, my wife and I are going up to northern Wisconsin, almost all the way to upper Michigan in Vilas, Oneida County. And we had a really good week of fishing, catching smallmouth bass, largemouth, crappies, pike, almost everything that swims in the lake pretty much. We had a very, very nice week of weather. We ran into a few cold fronts, but other than that, the fishing was phenomenal. We're going to show you guys some really big bass we caught, some awesome topwater fishing, great crappie fishing. Like I said, it was an amazing week. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. So here in the state of Wisconsin, there's two seasons. There's winter and there's construction season. They've been working on a lot of this construction, I swear, for like 2 years now. I've been driving in this for about 4 miles at least, doing 55, which is pretty damn slow when you're driving on the freeway, but yeah, still traveling. Got 2 more hours to go. Let's hope it's not all construction. Yay! End of road work. Last time we were on this highway, we actually seen a turkey get hit by a truck, and this turkey got sent sailing like 70 feet into the air. Looked like it was running in midair, feathers flying everywhere, hits the ground. I swerve around it, it almost hits my car. The car behind it runs it over, tearing it to pieces. Pretty brutal stuff. And the guy's windshield that originally hit it, the guy in front of us was driving a pickup truck. Whole windshield was smashed. I mean, you would think hitting a bird would be no big deal, but when you're talking 20 to 25 pound bird, that's like running over a giant bowling ball, basically. And, well, it was just crazy because that bird deflected off the windshield, boom, straight into the air. And that was 2 weeks ago when we were driving up here to go to a friend's birthday party. We're wondering if we're gonna see that bird still laying in the road. But if I didn't swerve, it would have landed right on top of my hood or my windshield. It was a pretty crazy situation. Rain is falling so fast right now, I can't even see the road. I might need to pull over. This is getting crazy. We're right outside of Northwoods, Wisconsin. My windshield wipers can't even keep up with it. We knew a lot of rain was coming, but we didn't think this much. And oh man.
I guess you can't fish the river.
No, can't fish the river. All right, we are back. It is day 1 now of our fishing trip, and it's only 44 degrees. Cold front, and it's kind of misting, raining right now. And there's 25-mile-per-hour wind, almost straight wind. It's like 15 to 25. We got our boat in the lake, put the motor on the boat, took care of everything. Big truck going by, sorry. Took care of all that. Tomorrow onward is going to be 70 degrees, all the way up to almost 80 degrees. So we're just kind of letting the lake settle down today. I don't want to get blown off the water, but we're fishing this little river right here. We're going to see if we can catch some walleyes, pike, or bass, whatever bites. Just trying to make the best out of it. We did a little shopping at a thrift store in town. Got some stuff. Just bumming around. That's vacation. You don't have to take it too seriously. Snag. Snag.
What the heck? Hey, if you're not snagging, you're not catching fish.
I'm just using a 16th ounce jig head, and I'm still getting snagged in this river. Goes to show you, even with current, you don't always need the heaviest jig head at all. I often use 16th and 8th ounce almost year round because I fish a lot of shallow rivers. I'll bump up to a 4th ounce if I need to, but when I'm casting, I rarely have to do that unless I'm fishing like a deeper river, a lot of current. But 16th ounce, I got snagged twice on that cast. Hopefully it don't happen again.
Let me lip them.
What did you catch there on the bat side of the dam right away?
a decent largemouth.
Fat little guy.
Yeah.
Pre-spawn.
Pre-spawn.
Maybe we should be on the lake.
Or I was just lucky because I was jigging it right in that little spot where we always get them. So.
Hey, nice. Get them off the hook and get them back.
Yeah.
That's awesome. On that green Kitech. You gonna be all right? There you go. Nice little 1.5 to 2 pounder. Chunkaroo. Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Got my first fish of the trip. A little smallmouth bass. This is only about 3 minutes after my wife just caught her about, I'd say, 1.5 pound largemouth. But I caught that on the green pumpkin chartreuse Kitech, 3.5 inches, 16th ounce jig head. See if we can catch any more fish. At least there's something biting, even though it's 44 degrees out and windier than hell, freezing. Well, my wife said she just hooked onto a northern pike. Hey, that'll
be good for pickling.
Yeah. There's one for the pickling that Ota wants to do, or my grandfather. Come from a German family, so we say Opa or Ota. Different dialect. Don't drop him though, he can bolt on you. Yeah, we'll keep him.
Oh, it's a pike?
Oh, don't bite me off. Get the net, get the net. Perfect size either. Thought it was that muskie. About 5 minutes ago, I just had about a 45-inch muskie come right up to shore. I'm using a Berkeley flicker shad. The thing just clamped his mouth shut about that far from the back of my lure and took off this way. I saw the whole fish, but we just got my grandfather another northern pike for pickling. He's gonna be very happy about this. But man, when this thing hit, I thought I had that muskie for a second. Kind of made my blood pressure rise a little bit. Thanks, babe.
Yep.
He swallowed that bait. Nice northern pike for pickling. Sorry about the blood.
He's got a little wound on his back there too.
Oh yeah, probably from that muskie.
That could be.
Yep. All right, we gotta get this guy off. Sounds so bad, sorry. Wah, wah, wah. Gotta get him off the hook and then try to get another one. Well, we got these two northern pike here for my grandfather. He's gonna be really happy. He likes to make pickled fish, and any pike that's 26 inches and under is perfect for pickled fish, as long as they're 18 inches about and got some girth to them. You can get meat off of them. But we're gonna go back home, or not back home, but back to my grandparents' house now, eat some dinner, see if we get out this evening. Otherwise, we're getting out tomorrow. So now it's day 2 and we're just getting out. It's already 3 in the afternoon. We kind of slept in today, but during the springtime, especially after a cold front like we just had, we usually like to let the water temps warm up. Afternoons and evenings are usually the best, we find, during springtime. So we probably didn't miss out on anything this morning, but we'll get out a little earlier tomorrow. We're just getting out right now though for smallmouth, largemouth, and pike. We're gonna hopefully get a couple more pike for my grandfather to pickle some fish. Hopefully get some big bass today too. Yesterday was a high of, I believe, 43 degrees only, and today it's already 72 degrees. So the temperature really went up overnight, and we think that the fish are probably gonna be active right now. We're just throwing a combination of shallow diving crankbaits, and I just put a rattle trap on that rod. Suspending jerk baits like this Rapala Shadow Wrap. I love that perch color. Shallow diving crankbaits like this Rapala DT4. Dives down to 4 feet, looks like a bluegill. And then we're going to be throwing some finesse, soft plastics, bass jigs, like that with the crayfish pinchers. I believe that's a 1/4 ounce. Shaky worms with a shaky worm jig head. Wacky worms. Green pumpkin, 4 or 5 inches. My wife is going to be throwing an Etz wrap, olive green, and the same soft plastics as me. Let's shut up and get out fishing. Very windy out right now, and we're casting over a rock bar in about anywhere between 2 to 5 feet of water. Right to the left of us is a weed line of cabbage weeds. See if we can get some smallmouth bass or largemouths going here. I've caught some nice fish over this rock bar. I'm using a Rapala Shadow Wrap, a suspending jerkbait. Oh, there's some bass. Ooh, look at that. Rock bass.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them that size. Wow. Look at that sucker.
That's a monster.
Fatty mama. Thought he was a little smallmouth at first.
And those are good eaters too.
That belly.
Yeah. Nice job.
Yeah. Where there's rock bass, there's usually smallmouth. Oh, another rock bass. Seriously? Monsters. Dude. Rock bass so big they're hitting jerk baits.
Like, should we be keeping these things? You know? Those are big.
Yeah, that's a nice rock bass. Just caught 2 rock bass in a row. Made sense, we're fishing over shallow rocks. That's why they call them rock bass. Oop, got one. There we go. Mr. Bass.
Wow.
That's a nice one.
That is a nice one. I was going to say you needed that.
Found him. Fat.
Yeah. It's a really nice one.
Oh, he's pissing. Wicked pisser. This one actually had his jaw broken by someone else that caught him. There we go.
Sorry.
As you can see, we're in very shallow water right now. We're only in about a foot of water. I'm just letting the wind take us back out to the first drop off, which only drops into about 10 feet of water. All our fish so far came in about 4 feet of water. 2 rock bass and a largemouth so far. I'm just fishing this jerk bait on a medium action 7-foot spinning rod, 10-pound Power Pro braid, and a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, Seeger Abrazex. Perfect combo for jerkbait fishing, small crankbaits. Oh, got one. What is this? Another rock bass? Yeah. Yep. So right now I'm gonna try to pitch a wacky worm underneath these docks, see if they're hiding in the shade. We are not doing too well right now, but we always seem to pick up some bass under these docks on this lake. Oh, just had one. Oh, perfect. You gotta hit that water on an angle. Yep, there we go. I knew there'd be one there.
Yeah. There you go.
Fatty. There we go.
Good job.
Not bad. Now we switch locations again. We're trying a spot we tried earlier today. Just the back side of the spot now. There's just so much boat traffic today and so many people out fishing. I feel like a lot of these fish are spooked, and I think it'd probably be a better evening bite.
Oh, got one.
You got one?
Yep.
There you go. What you got?
She's kind of little.
Pike.
Oh. Is that a pickler?
A little small. Yeah, good job. Watch out.
Oh, I know.
Here.
He makes me nervous with those treble hooks.
Yeah. Pike are good at burying hooks in people's hands.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife just caught a little northern pike.
Oh. Aw. Wait. Nope, I still do.
Oh, there's a little baby muskie.
Oh no. I lost him.
That was a little baby muskie.
He was so tiny. That's like the smallest one I've ever seen. Aw.
All right, we are back out here. We went in and got some crappie gear together. And the wind had died down. Everyone's off the lake, it seems like, right now. And I am just gonna twitch this Rapala Original right on the surface and let it pause. We're fishing over a shallow rock bar with some weeds around it. I'm just gonna cover this entire area. I've caught a lot of big bass in this spot doing this, so I'm always confident. Twitching a Rapala around on the surface. Very effective topwater technique. Oh! Smallmouth. Get the net. Or wait, we don't even. Oh! Snagged him in the tail when he hit.
Oh no.
This is gonna be tricky. That's a nice one. He definitely hit.
Always when we. Jeez, he's.
Here.
Wow.
Hopefully I don't lose this fish. That's a nice one. Wow, nice one.
That's a really nice fish. It's a pain to get, but always a nice fish when we don't have a net.
That's a beautiful fish.
Yeah, take a nice picture of that one. Right, I got a few.
Can't believe that he turned on it and I get him in the tail.
I know.
Look at that belly.
Wow, ready to pop. He's ready to go for sure.
Bye-bye.
Wow.
There's a smallmouth on that.
Nice
rock bar.
catch.
Well, I just caught about a 4.5 pound smallmouth. Really nice size one, at least 19 inches long. That was a dangerous situation though. When it came up and blasted my top or my Rapala on the surface, it turned and I got the hook stuck right in his tail. And you don't want treble hooks, you know, in your wrist, arm, or your hand. So that was a real dangerous battle we just had, but that was a hell of a fish. I knew that this rock bar would have some smallmouth sitting on it. Springtime, look to the shallow rock bars if you want smallmouth. A little rock bass. They're in this. Oh, they're in this corner for sure, because this is where I got the other ones earlier. Man, he hit that really weird. Barely even moved the surface. Got a lot of Rapala fish here. Ooh, eagle. That was cool. That's a young one. So I switched over to the Kitech 2-inch trying to catch some crappies, and Mr. Pikey here paid me a visit. Hopefully he doesn't bite the tail off this Kitech. It's the only one I have with me. Stop it. Forgot my Kitechs back at the house.
Stop biting it.
I know. Ah, you ripped it. You jerk. Ooh, got one. That's a nice one. I don't know if it's a largemouth or a smallmouth. Largemouth. Nice fish. They're all fat right now. Look how fat this. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that.
It's huge. Oh my gosh.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah, it is.
There we go.
Nice job.
Not a bad fish. But look at the belly for its size.
Wow.
Pre-spawn.
Yeah.
That's why I love fishing this time of the year. Pre-spawn, they're the absolute fattest. Oh, got another one. This one might be a smallmouth. Yeah, not a big one, but one. They're all nice though, they fight good.
Yeah. Good job again.
This one stinks though. Ugh. That one is pooping. Crappy ass fish. Oh, no, oh my god, another one. Let's see if I can get one right over here. By that, right off that point. Oh, saw that? Oh, he got one. Oh, just had another one. What the heck? They're really hitting it short.
That one. Finally.
That looks like a good fish.
Yes, could be.
Smallmouth? Largemouth?
I can't tell yet.
Smallmouth.
Yep.
That's a nice one, babe.
Yeah, it is.
Fighting good.
Yeah. Try not to lose it. I think it's fairly hooked.
That's a big one. Great job.
Thank you.
Oh man, nice one, babe.
Thank you. Ooh, those hooks. That's a really nice one.
That is a good fish.
Holy
Look at
crap.
that belly. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's a fat one.
it is. There we go.
That is a nice fish. Look at, show the belly. Wow.
It's a monster.
Very nice. Give her the release treatment.
All right.
That's a big one. Good job, babe.
Thank you.
That was a beautiful smallmouth, babe.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad you had your GoPro going because mine shut itself off somehow.
Always does that, yeah.
Always does it at the worst times.
Look at that.
There's an eagle. Is that an eagle? Yeah. Osprey.
Yeah.
Wow. That is an osprey. Oop.
Oh wow, that's a good spray.
Yeah. What is this? A crappie. Holy crappie. Whoa. That's the biggest crappie we've caught out of here in years. Well, I just caught this really nice sized crappie on a Weckerle. Topwater style, over inches of water, over a rock bar of all places. That's a nice fish. One of the bigger ones I've caught in years out of this lake, sadly. We used to get baskets full like this when I was a kid, but a lot of tourism and a lot of people keeping them. They don't normally get that big anymore in here, sadly. Hopefully we find some tomorrow when we actually go crappie fishing. It is about to be dark soon, and we're still catching bass, crappies. It's a really good evening bite, that's for damn sure. I had a feeling twitching this Weckerle around was going to get some attention, and I was right. If I know pre-spawn bass, they're shallow and they love Weckerles. I'm just twitching this Weckerle on the surface, letting it pause, let those ripples fade, and then twitch it again. Looks like a wounded, dying minnow, and the fish, especially fish that can be somewhat inactive, This oftentimes converts them into biters. Right here and right here we have rocks. On the other side of these buoys, it's a weedy bay. There's a drop off right in here between the red and the green buoy. And sometimes the smallmouth and the bass push up on this. Alright, it's just about dark. Just about too dark to film with the GoPro, sadly. We're trying our last spot. On the way to this spot. Oh, there you go. Aw, damn, babe, that sucks. She lost one. On the way to this spot, we saw a big muskie jump out of the water and in about 30 feet of water, which was really crazy. My wife said it was like an explosion on the surface. Yeah, I wonder what she just had. Wah, wah, wah. Well, I think we are going to head in pretty soon here. It's too dark to film now, so if we get any fish on, we'll definitely film it we'll probably film with our phone. GoPros aren't too good in the dark anyways. But I'm looking forward to see what happens tomorrow when we chase crappies, chase bass some more. Because we figured them out. They're hitting in the evenings on Topwater. That's really good. And the first day up here was 43 degrees. Today was 74. And the rest of the week's going to be warm and very nice. So let's probably get back in. So I was just testing out a new little Kitet bait. I put a 32nd ounce jig head on and a color called Smallmouth Magic. And I caught this little largemouth, so largemouth magic. Let's get out and do some crappie fishing. I'm gonna be casting Topwater tonight again for largemouth and smallmouth. We did really well last night, but looks like the fish are biting. I better get the boat in the water before these waves crash over the back of this boat. I'm just trying a little bit farther down shore from where I just caught that bass, that little one. There's a fallen tree right here. Oh, got one. What is this? Crappie. Keeper. There you go. Right away. But does not even have to move.
Right.
Yeah, better than last year when we were catching dinks.
Right.
Well, we found a crappie already in this fallen tree over here. Hopefully there's a few more. I'm just using the Smallmouth Magic color made by Kitet. 2-inch easy shiner. Oh no. Seriously? Stupid me. Stupid me. Pro fisherman error. Pro fisherman error. Scaring all the crappies away. Because I'm a pro fisherman. Oh, there it is right there. There we go. Let's see if I just throw the bait right in the middle of this stuff. Might as well. Already, if anything's still in here. Oh, there's a big crappie. Oh yeah, that was a huge one. Oh, got him. Oh, lost him. Got him. Not bad. Oh, I just spooked the big one away, of course. Favorite way to catch panfish is no bobber, no sinker in between, just a jig head, a plastic, or some hair, but when you're directly connected to those fish. When they bite, it's a lot more fun. No bobber or sinker to make them feel heavier. What the heck is this? Future 5-pounder, I guess. Oh my god. So we're just fishing this fallen tree and some of these boat docks. Michelle caught her first keeper crappie of the day. I just lost about a 2-pound bass. We're just throwing bobbers with little mini mites, twister tails, and tubes, and jigging around some 2-inch Kitex. Look at that thing spinning. Tornado crappie. And I'm just dropping the bait down. I can see these fish. I got one on it now. Got him. Look at the size of that one.
Oh, wow.
There you go. That's a good one. I can literally watch them bite. I gotta be real stealthy though. They're kind of hiding under our boat, using it for cover. We got 5 of them right now. I'm just dropping it in every little nook and cranny I find. And if they're there, they pop out. Michelle's over here jigging a bobber around, and she just caught one before doing that. We're just kind of relaxing today. Not trying to film every single fish. Oh, got that one. That is a black crappie. Wow. Look at that. That's a pretty decent one. Oh, man.
He's dark.
Just using this light 1/32 ounce jig and trying to swim it right over. Oh, little baby bass. Another future 5-pounder. Jesus. Little jerk ripped my Kitex. Look what you did, you little jerk.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Now I'm using a 1.75 inch Kitex because I just had to bite the head off of it. Oh, there we go. What is this? Nah. Borderline. He's been caught before. Another one. Baby bass. Just throw your Kitex shallow.
Yep.
That's like 3 fish in a row. Got another one. Jeez. They're not big, but they're fun, you know? Oh, jeez. Change it.
Oh my gosh, how did the line did that to it?
Upside down Willie here. That's a big one. Look at that. So just fishing in a couple fallen trees and boat docks. Got ourselves a fish fry for our grandparents, my wife and I. Really nice sized crappies. Just catching them on Kitex. 2-inch easy shiners. Big crappie. There you go, babe. Whoa. Yeah. So I just caught this really big one right here. Really nice crappie. They're hitting right off a bulrush bed in like 3 feet of water. Michelle just got one on a Kitex. I was just jigging this little mini mite around with a bobber. There we go. Nice fish. I'm just sitting there and throwing the bobber out there, just twitching it back. I just keep that bobber bouncing. Sometimes I pause it. Right now we're fishing in about 3 feet of water, a big bulrush bed, and these crappies spawn in this bed. They're going to be spawning around late May, early June. It's almost late May right now. So they're pre-spawn, just like the bass have been up here in the Northwoods. But crappies like docks, they like bulrushes, and they like fallen trees during the springtime. Shallow water. My wife's got one. Little one? Huh? Got another one? I might have to switch to the Kitech. That one looks like it's fighting. You have a pike? No, just a big crappie. Nice. Yeah, they're biting light. That wind came out of the north. Oh, she's got another one. I'll be damned. Little tiny guy. Yeah. What do you got there, babe? That is a big crappie. Holy crap. Maybe that new size limit's helped. That's probably your biggest crappie ever.
I don't know. It could be.
Wow. Nice. Despite the north wind right now, we're doing very good for crappies. It was flat calm earlier today when we caught them, and very warm, and now it's chilly and windy, which was not supposed to happen. The weatherman did not predict this one. But at least the fish are still biting. I think Michelle's whooping me right now. See if we can scratch out a few more before we go in. We might do some topwater fishing again if this wind dies down, or we can find a calm place to cast. Had one? I might switch back to the bobber and chartreuse. Oh, never mind. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's a nice one. It's funny, over in the clearer bay, the smallmouth magic color was working better. It looks more like a fathead minnow. And now we're fishing a murkier bay, and the white color is working really well, and chartreuse. So, goes to show you, when you're crappie fishing, bring a lot of variety with you when it comes to colors, because they can change their preference, or you have to match the conditions. So we had success. We got 20 crappies today, which will make a few fish fries, but now we're going bass fishing. It's a bluegill again.
That's a another bigger
Maybe
bluegill.
the big bluegills are moving up now.
Yeah.
You can catch them on nightcrawler pieces and stuff. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Check that out.
That's what I meant. Maybe we should have kept my other one.
That's alright. Right now we have a bunch of deer jumping around in this yard, wagging their tails, playing like dogs, literally. Like watching dogs play. Very cool. That's why I really love the Northwoods, all the nature, wildlife. It's very peaceful. Were you just filming B-roll of that deer?
Yeah. Wow.
Dude, once that wind died down, you notice the fish turn on?
Yep.
I'm having GoPro malfunctions right now, so we're gonna try to get as much as possible on film. But it keeps saying repair file, and then it says file repaired, then it turns itself off on me. So, and it happens anywhere between 30 seconds to 5 minutes of filming. It's very frustrating. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious wrong with it.
Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Right now.
Oh.
Nice. What is
Oh
that?
my god.
That was a big boy.
Oh, no.
Did you just lose your repeller?
No, but
That was a big fish. What was that? You got him.
there you go.
Man, he hit that pretty light. The smallmouth. Is it? Yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Mr. Smalley, the spot we caught him last night, we didn't get any fish. And now, the spot that we first fished yesterday and I caught my big one, Michelle lost something big. We're not sure if it was a musky pike or a smallmouth. This isn't a big one, but just to show you again, they're all fat right now. Spawning. That one's got like white tips on the spike,
Yeah.
the spiky fin.
Interesting.
Yeah. Casting over shallow rocks. Ooh!
Oh, wow.
What the heck?
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know if I caught it though. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't even move it. Ooh,
Wow.
nice fish.
Okay.
It just hit the water. That's the importance. Oh, that's a big one. But yeah, there's the importance of pausing that bait. Even before I started moving it. Holy smokes.
He nailed it. I mean, I saw it, but I don't know if the camera caught
Look at
it.
that pork belly.
Yep.
Look at that. Bucket mouth. Not a bad fish. Definitely heavy for its size. Ah, thanks for the shower. So, somebody opened their mouth about our crappie spot yesterday. There was not all these boats there yesterday, and now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats sitting in the same spot. Guess I'm not fishing here, because even if they're not catching fish, I don't want to be the guy showing them that I'm catching fish. But this is ridiculous. Those are the bulrushes right there that we were fishing yesterday. We were the only ones until a couple other boats showed up, so we know someone opened their mouths. There might even be 8 boats over here. This is ridiculous. Off to a new spot. All right, well, it's day 3 up here. Or is it day 4,
Day
Michelle?
4.
Day 4. And that spot we were catching those crappies last night, as you guys just saw in the video, somebody went to the bar last night who saw us catching those fish and started talking, because there is absolutely no reason you would see 8 boats parked in the same location, and there was another boat going to it, so number 9, when we drove away.
And it's a Monday.
And it's a Monday. I mean, it's not even Memorial Day weekend, it's a freaking Monday. And you know, I know up here in these tourist towns you gotta share a lot of these lakes, but I have never seen that spot packed like that. Somebody opened their mouth. This is why good fishermen keep their mouths shut as much as possible when the fish are biting. Doesn't matter when the fish aren't biting, whether or not people show up to a spot, but when they're biting, when they're spawning, you don't open your mouth about that. Keep your mouths shut when the fish are biting. So after finding our hot spot loaded with boats, I already bitched about all that, so I won't do it again. We found another spot here, and we already got bit off by 2 really decent sized northern pike. Pretty big fish for this lake. They just hit that 2-inch Kitech that we've been catching crappies on. First time I pulled up to this spot, we're in a cabbage weed bed in about 5 to 8 feet of water. I dropped my bait over the side of the boat on, not paying attention, just fumbling with my phone. Hooked into a big crappie instantly. It was just crappies everywhere, spawning in the shallows. If you find cabbage weeds, bulrushes, fallen trees, stuff like that, docks. So when people sit there and go to the bait shop or the bar and start opening their mouth, bragging about the hottest spot around, there's no such thing as only one spot that has fish. Like, tourists want everything easy. They're hungry for the positive fishing reports and the hot spots. I understand all that. It's just when you're the only boat sitting on a spot and suddenly other people start pulling up to you, and then the next day your spot's covered with 10 or 11 boats, that's a little crazy, because that spot we were fishing is not a big spot. We're sitting here just jigging these Kiteks around on a 32nd ounce jig. Really sucks we got bit off, but just that little 2-inch Kitek. I'm using a black jig head. Michelle's using a orange jig head. She's using white, like pearl white. This color is called Smallmouth Magic. I just think it looks like a little fathead minnow, like a crappie minnow. But everything, like down in southern Wisconsin, I'm catching panfish, white bass, pike, largemouth, smallmouth, everything on this bait. Up here, same difference, or the same thing. I'm catching a lot of fish, different species, big fish, small fish. Everyone thinks you need to throw a big bait to catch a big fish. And over the years, I've been in situations, I've been with friends and my wife fishing. Well, they've caught muskies over 40 inches long, up to 50 inches long on small lures. Just big fish don't always want a big meal, no matter what some fishermen think. And the 2 pike we just had bite us off shows that even the big fish, especially during springtime when all the young little minnows and baby fish are being born, they're used to seeing little tiny fish around. And when their metabolism is building up with the warming water, they'll go on a rampage and start attacking all those tiny fish. And literally, back to back, my wife, she's like, I wonder if I had a pike or a bass on. And I said, probably a pike. Bam! I hook one. Sucker bites me off. So we know they're around. My grandfather still wants a few more pike for pickling fish, so hopefully we get a couple more for him. But hopefully the crappies cooperate. Well, babe, good job. You caught one of those pike, but definitely not the one that bit me off twice now. I just got bit off a second ago. Maybe we should just do a little pike fishing.
Yeah, I think we should.
But good job, babe. Olta, or my grandfather will like that one. What do you got here, babe?
A nice largemouth.
You're kicking butt on that Etz wrap.
Yeah. Wow.
That is a good one. Here, film me getting it out of the net.
Okay.
Our GoPros were malfunctioning last night, so we just kind of brought our cell phone out right now. But she's already caught 3 pike. We got 2 of them on the stringer back here. Good pickling size ones. And then now she caught this really fat largemouth.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-pounder. It's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I loved how it jumped. Did you catch that on camera?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Trying to.
It had a really nice jump.
Yeah, it came clear out of the water.
Took me all the way around the boat. The thing was fighting so hard.
You're just using that olive green Etz wrap. It's not the largest size, it's the step down. I forget.
It's medium.
Well, yeah, medium. Olive green. All right. Very nice. There you go.
Good.
Send her back.
All right. You're good.
Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Kicking my butt.
Right?
Wow,
I think that's
babe.
the biggest one of the trip.
I think that is the biggest one.
Right.
That is nice. Well, folks, here's our catch from the past 2 days. We caught way more crappies than this. Kept a few small pike for pickling, but we didn't get every single fish on camera. We're trying to relax, enjoy ourselves. Sometimes filming can be a pain in the ass, but we scratched out 10 crappies today, even though we didn't get to fish our hot spot from yesterday because so many boats showed up. I won't bitch about that again. But I gotta get hopping on these crappies right here. Here's a couple real nice ones. Those are good sized fish right there. I got probably a good hour or more of work here, so we'll be getting back out tonight, maybe with a friend of ours if he still wants to fish. Otherwise, we're just gonna do our normal casting around rapalas in the evening if it's calm and see if we get some bass, walleyes, pike, whatever bites. We're getting some nice sized smallmouth and largemouth, so I always look forward to sunset, especially in the springtime when you get a nice warm day and the water temperatures heat up in the afternoon. The evening bite is always super hot, so maybe I'll cast some topwater around. Maybe I'll even bust out a fly rod. I don't know yet. Just going with the flow, enjoying my vacation. All right, well, I just filleted a bunch of crappies, a few pike, and it's dead calm out, which means topwater time. The sun just set. We're gonna do a little bit of night fishing tonight, so I'm gonna shut up and get out there. Right now we have a loon in our first fishing spot tonight. I'm gonna try to call this thing, but my dad taught me this. Now you're seeing it. So right now we got the creature from the depths. A miniature-sized Goliath grouper. It hit top water. Look at him. All right, I'm calling out to a loon again. He's going nuts. He's calling out to me. Watch this. I probably don't sound like a loon at all. Probably a lunatic, but there he is. I am the loon whisperer. I popped this monster bass right here that's like 14 inches long and malnourished. The only skinny bass we caught this week during pre-spawn. I caught myself a walleye finally here in the Northwoods. And we're gonna throw that back. Wasn't I just telling you, any moment it can happen.
And then boom.
We're catching these freaking rock bass on rapalas. Baby Goliath groupers, basically, but let's get some more fish. I mean, we're having a lot of action. We've had a lot of blow-ups on our rapalas tonight. My wife missed some fish. I missed some fish. We caught a walleye, caught a bass, and a couple baby Goliath groupers. So we got Looney here calling out to us, and I just caught this decent sized largemouth. Alright. Fat frickin' porker. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that belly.
Yep.
Spawn, baby girl. We just caught a bigger bass. Look at this sucker. Black and white floating Rapala in the shallows in the middle of the night. 30 seconds after we just made the other video. Sorry, I'm blinding you guys. Here we go. What did you just catch after telling me you're tired?
Probably one of my biggest smallmouths ever. Look at that.
We just got a few fish in a row. Perch pattern Rapala. Caught that one.
Oh my god.
You don't even deserve that fish. You were just crying that you were tired.
Crying.
Crying.
Dude, no, it was not. Oh my god.
She was just bawling her eyes out. All right. You just caught another bass.
Yeah, he's a lot smaller than my other one.
Yeah, but it's still a fish, right?
Yep.
On the F9 floating Rapala original. The Rapala original perch pattern. That's what she caught her big bass tonight. She's got the big one of the night now. I got a walleye, but...
Alright.
There you go.
There it goes.
Well, we just caught another fat baby Goliath grouper at night. This moon is just setting. It's a slight crescent moon. It's not a full moon at all. It's almost new moon, which I find better at night. New moon. Everyone thinks, oh, full moon, it's bright. All the fish are biting. I do better on the new moon at night. Most fishermen do. But here you go. It's not my wife's giant smallmouth bass or anything, or a walleye, but it's a baby Goliath grouper. Also known as a freshwater rock bass. Alright, we are back out here. It's day 5. I brought a combination of Rapalas, crankbaits, all sorts of stuff. Some finesse baits like plastic worms, like wacky worms, shaky worms, Ned worms. We're just gonna fish around and try to catch some bass and pike again. We had a phenomenal night last night. Michelle caught a really huge smallmouth bass. And I caught a walleye and caught a bunch of other fish, largemouths, smallmouths. It was fun. Right at moon set. This moon was setting really early last night. We're gonna be having a cold front coming in tonight. It's only gonna be 64 degrees tomorrow with a low of 34 degrees, believe it or not. That cold front comes in tonight with some rain. My wife got something. Rot bass. On a wacky worm?
Yeah.
Good job, babe. That's a big rot bass.
Yeah, it is.
Hold that thing up. Look at that.
Funky.
Good job.
He nailed it.
Oh, got one. Oh, that was a good fish. Damn. Maybe he'll hit again. Wonder what that was. Oh, what the hell was that? Another bite. Actually, put the hook out. Oh, a muskie. Look at this muskie. Big muskie. Oh, there he goes. We just saw a big muskie swim by. Holy crap. That thing was at least 48. So right now, we're gonna go up a little tiny river check it out just for shits and giggles because it's shallow water. It's got some current and there's probably a few fish sitting back in here. I've caught them in here before. We're right at the spot where we caught a few pike yesterday. We kept them for my grandfather, but we're just gonna check out the river first and then we're gonna work the spot from yesterday again over some cabbage weeds. See what happens. We haven't caught anything yet, but we spotted a muskie swimming by that I hope I caught on camera for you folks. And I had a few bites and fish get away, but
I had a rock bass.
Oh yeah, you caught a rock bass, a big one. Well, let's see what happens. All right, we are right at the river mouth on this lake. It's super shallow in here, so I tilted my motor up. There's some rocks in here. I'm sure there's some fish around. It's nice and hot out today. 83 degrees, 84. Very calm and peaceful back here, but at least there's some shade. Fish like shade. I like shade when it's hot out. A couple big bluegills back here. Oh, there we go. Little bass. So the bass are hitting wacky worms in the shallows or under docks. Typical bass. Oh, there's some bass right there. Wonder if that's the one I just caught. Oh, got him. I actually saw that one hit. That was cool. Sometimes you just gotta search around and then you find the fish. Or they find you. Just using a 4-inch green pumpkin wacky worm. We have a small little dam right over here. Water's a little bit deeper right here, so I'm just trying out that wacky worm again.
Oh.
That one?
Yes.
Largy. Good,
Right at me.
good job, babe.
Thank you.
Oop, got one. Ooh, is this a snag? Oh, you son of a bitch. It wasn't. No, that was a big fish of some sort. See if there's any bass hiding over by this dam over here. I'm sure there's a few. Got one. Yep. Look at that. That's a big one.
Yeah, nice job.
Right by the highway.
Nice job. Look at that belly.
There's a porker. Wow. Gotta wait all the way to the end of the river for a decent one.
Right. Good
It's a
job.
nice pork belly, largemouth. Pre-spawn. A bunch of little bass and 2-pound bass sitting back in here, but I haven't seen any big ones going by. Alright, we just left the river we were just in. Now I'm just flipping under this dock. I've caught some largemouth here before. Bass like the shade during the daytime, that's for sure. Especially when it's bright and sunny like today. You gotta skip that lure just like you skip a stone across the water, just on an angle. I'm not perfect at it, but it does take practice. Got one? Oh, that's a good one, babe.
Ned worm.
Ned worm.
Yep. Oh. no.
That's alright. We seen it, right?
Yeah, we did. I don't know if
It's
the
like a
camera
17
did.
incher.
Yeah, it was nice.
She was just casting in the wide open over by those cattails. Oh.
You saw that?
Should I throw right behind you?
Yeah, go in there. Swimming.
Oh, he took me all the way out here. I was like, something's wrong with my line. I should have just set the hook.
Maybe we have to find more of these little cattail beds.
Got him.
Hey, that's the same one earlier. There. You see it? Oh, yeah.
So they're just hanging out in the cattails.
It was like...
Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a nice one. Got one. Just a little bass.
Maybe not a good one, but... Oh, is that a good bluegill, though?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got your camera on?
Yeah.
Look at the size of that bluegill.
That's a big one.
Oh, did you hook in the eyeball?
I know. I'm sorry, guy.
We saw those other huge ones too.
It hit so hard, I thought it was a bass. He's okay.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, that one. Oh, thought it was going to be bigger. Now we're back out here during sunset. Sunset's going to be in about an hour to an hour and a half. And if the cold front holds off today or tonight, it's supposed to come in around between 9 and 11 p.m. But if it holds off, we're probably going to be fishing into the dark again. But we're just going to throw some Rapalas around and some topwater. It is glass calm out here right now. It's beautiful. It's about 77 degrees now, and by 2 in the morning it's going to be 50, and tomorrow we're supposed to have a low of 34. So I'm not sure how the fishing will be tomorrow, but I think this evening we're going to get some nice sized bass. The lure I'm using right now is that Rapala skitter walk. You just point the rod tip down and you just reel and twitch the rod. You got, oh, there we go. Got one. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good fish. That's a big one. Get the net. It's only hooked in one hook. Good fish. There we go. I knew that bait would work. Look at that. That's a good bass. She's post spawn. Look at that.
Oh my gosh.
That is a post spawn female. It's the first post spawner I caught this week. Nice.
Nice job.
Well, I just caught a real nice post spawn female bass on the skitter walk. This topwater bait, any Zara spook made by Headin Bait Company, or the Rapala skitter walk, they call it walking the dog because the bait zigzags across the surface. I just give it pauses. Sometimes you can just keep it going. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's not a hard topwater bait to use. And to me, that's to the Rapala original. This Zara spook skitter walk style bait is probably the best topwater bait made. One tip I'll give you guys that's really hard with topwater fishing is to not set the hook too soon. Even I miss a lot of fish on topwater, but you gotta wait for to feel the weight of the fish pull down on the bait before you set the hook. You can't just set the hook on the splash. It takes a lot of practice to discipline yourself not to set that hook too soon. Right now I'm using 12-pound Trilene bait game monofilament. I like to use Trilene XT or bait game on my bait casting reels. And I'm using a Wright and McGill Company Skeet Reese Signature Series crankbait rod. It also is an excellent topwater rod because it has a really spongy, soft tip that absorbs shock and kind of allows you a delay on your hook set a little bit so they can actually choke the bait instead of you missing them. But I've had this rod for about 7 years and I love it. Oh, there we go. That was a cool hit.
Dangerous.
Little guy.
Nice job.
As you guys can see, as I was explaining before, that crankbait rod with the spongy, softer tip. Oh, said something hit. With the spongy, softer tip, gives you a little bit of a delay on your hook set because of that shock absorption. And it allows you to not rip the hooks out of the fish's mouth if you're using crankbaits, topwater, even jerkbaits. Oh, whoa, babe.
Almost got me in the face.
Here, let me get that little guy for you.
Oh my god. Of course that's what I would catch.
Last night you did that too with your Popeye the Sailor Woman hook set.
Oh.
Freaking threw the fish over the boat last night.
Well, because they bite hard and you try to get the hook set, you know.
Well, plus when you see that little splash on the surface, it excites you, you know. Ooh, I seen that fish do that. Oh, what the heck? Just a little guy. Ah. Oh, almost hit myself. Little guy. He hit a lot bigger than that.
That's what I mean.
Oh, what is this? That feels like a decent fish. That one hit it so light. Yes. Oh yeah. Not as big as I thought. Good to have the net for the safety, you know. Not too bad. Yep, there we go. What is this? What species? Smallmouth or largemouth? Smallmouth. Oh, smally.
Just said.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten one,
Just a little pork-bellied smallie. Oh, look at this. Look. Do you see that wake? Did you see that? Like Jaws.
That was so cool.
That's a good fish. I just try to keep the hooks. That's a good fish.
It is. Nice job. Very nice.
Man, that one created a wake on the surface.
That was crazy.
That was really crazy. He was following it.
Very nice.
Quality fish. What the heck? Do you see that? My bait just got carried off. Excellent topwater bite tonight. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is working good. What is this? A pike?
Yeah. He's tired of it. You know.
It's a good pickler.
Yeah. I mean, they have a huge batch, so I don't, you know, they only last like.
Give me back my bait. You jerk. Bye. There's one.
Oh my God.
That's a good one. I think I got that one. That's a good fish. But you ain't no smallmouth. That's a good one. What a porker.
It is a porker.
Ooh.
Dang.
Nice fish.
Very nice.
About a 3.5 pounder.
Got a leaf on it.
So this entire bite that we have going on right now is pre-cold front. I don't know if they'd be biting like this every evening, but we had a couple really good evenings this week. I should have been throwing topwater a lot more. The Rapala was working though. We got some big fish on it.
Yeah.
The wind just picked up right at 8 o'clock. Weatherman was right. The spot we wanted to hit right here. Oh, 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 I just missed one. Oh, 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 hit it again. Smallmouth, largemouth, smallmouth.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
oh, dang it.
Oh,
Oh, he got it. Oh my gosh.
holy crap.
Wow, I thought I
That's
missed
smallie.
it.
Don't lose that fish. That's a big one. Oh, you got two of them. You got two of them.
No way.
Yes, you do.
Are you
You just had two freaking bass at the same time.
oh
This
my
one was,
God.
he ripped the other one off. Like, you had two hooked at the same time.
What the heck?
This bigger one came up
Oh my
and
God.
ripped the, like, he ripped it away from the other one.
Oh my God.
You had fish on both treble hooks.
Dude, that's so rare.
That-
oh my
that
God.
is.
I wish we got
That's
them
a-
both in the net. That would have been insane.
That's insane. What you just did.
Oh my God.
I've never done that.
Dude,
That's a bigger one though.
that's a huge
It's
fish.
funny, you just replaced the smaller one.
That's crazy.
That's a big one, babe.
I'm shocked. I'm glad I switched.
So my wife here just had two smallmouth bass hooked at the same freaking time.
It's crazy. I can't believe that happened.
Yep.
You go back to
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
there we go. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Oh, that's a big one. Oh yeah. Oh, don't lose this fish. Holy crap.
Taking around the boat.
Oh my God, two big smallmouth.
Back to back. Man, this spot, you know,
Oh my
this spot is known for producing these monsters.
Oh my God, that's a big one.
That's your best one of the week.
Is it?
I think so. Man, they're just huge in this lake. It's crazy. Got a nice smallie there.
Look at that belly.
Nice
Big
strap.
fish. Was not expecting winds like this to kick up, but you guys see that weather plays a huge role in fishing. I told you guys this cold front was coming in and that it could trigger a bite, and I was right, because we've had an excellent topwater bite this evening. The wind is probably blowing 20 miles per hour or more, so we went back here because it's nice and calm. But I cannot believe my wife just had 2 smallmouth on one lure. I hope we got it on camera, but a bigger smallmouth came up and attacked the bait that was in the fish's mouth. And she caught the bigger one, thank God. Would have been awesome if she caught both of them. It was like a 14-incher and a 20. The 20 stole it out of the 14-incher's mouth. All right, we weren't getting any bites in our first spot, so we went back to right where we caught those big smallmouth, just dealing with the wind, but from the opposite side of the buoys, so the wind is to my back now. Hopefully they still bite, because it is a cold front right now. The temperature dropped 10 degrees in the past 15 minutes, and those fish went absolutely bonkers. We should have got out a little sooner, but now that this wind picked up, it's getting tough to even see your bait. Oh, got him. Man, these smallies moved up. We weren't catching this many all week.
Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh, it came out of the water.
Saw that. We just experienced some of the craziest topwater action. I've had some good topwater fishing in my lifetime, but we probably caught about 20 fish in an hour. All on Weckerle skitter walks. My wife hooks 2 smallmouth on one lure. Both treble hooks were in a smallmouth's mouth. We hope we caught that on camera good. The smaller one gets off the lure and she lands that huge one. I landed a huge one right after her, literally 30 seconds after we released her fish. Bunch of largemouth, a pike, but these fish went nuts before this cold front blew in. Now you can't even get a bite. I mean, last night at this time, we were catching fish good. This cold front screwed the fishing up. I hope tomorrow isn't tough. If it's tough out here, we're probably gonna hit the river and try again. Usually rivers, because of the current and the pressure of the current, the cold fronts don't affect them as much, but river fish still get affected by weather, don't get me wrong, but these lake fish feel the barometric pressure changes a lot more, and that was exciting, babe, wasn't it?
It was insane.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just speechless right now. It was just boom, 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 boom. And when that wind first picked up, those smallmouth felt that change and they were going absolutely insane. Like every cast they were coming out of the freaking, like cockroaches coming out of the woodwork. It was just bam, 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 bam. I'm pretty pumped, but I'm really disappointed this wind picked up. I hope the fishing's not too tough tomorrow. We'll probably have to try more plastic worms, Ned rigs, stuff like that, because when there's cold fronts, you want to slow down. But who knows? It could be good fishing. We'll have to see tomorrow. Alright, we're back out here on our final day. Not sure what's going to happen today because last night was some of the best topwater fishing I ever experienced for bass. We caught some big smallmouth. You guys saw all that already, but we're going to try to see if we can scratch out some fish today in this cold front. It's only 58 degrees right now with a feels like of 51. When we woke up this morning, it was in the low 40s. That cold front last night made these fish just go off the handle, so I hope it didn't screw the bite up completely, because once that cold front really set in last night, all those fish pretty much disappeared. So right now we're just working suspending jerk baits. I'm working this shadow wrap size 9 in the perch pattern. My wife is working a medium size Etz wrap. It's not the normal size. I think it's like a size 8 if I'm not mistaken. She's using olive green and silver. And we're just giving them light twitches and a little bit longer pauses, trying to get these fish to react to it, because during cold fronts, you usually have to slow down the presentation.
Oops, I got one. Immediately. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's big.
What do you got here?
Big ass, or big rock bass.
Nice.
He's a big one. That's so funny. Like, I only cranked it like one time. Oh.
You had one?
Dang it, yeah.
You're whooping me.
It was definitely a fish. I just got the weed. Like, I think it was a pike.
Oh, got one. Little pike. Little parasitic pike. Look at that. Look at all those parasites. Alright, since I have a little bit of time right now to discuss locations on how we're where and how we're catching our fish. Right now it is springtime in the Northwoods, and you have pre-spawn, the spawn, and post-spawn. That goes for every species of fish just about during the springtime: the pike, the muskies, the walleyes, panfish, bass. But right now the bass have been pre-spawn, and surprisingly we caught one post-spawner that must have spawned early somehow, because I haven't seen any nest building yet, nothing like that. And we're fishing really shallow. For the smallmouth bass, we've been catching them over rock bars as shallow as 1 feet of water, as deep as 8 feet of water. But on every lake up here in the Northwoods and in the Midwest in general, even southern Wisconsin, southern Minnesota, if you find lakes that have good rock bars, chances are, even if they're not considered smallmouth bass lakes, there will be some population of smallmouth. The lake we're on right now, surprisingly, the only time you really get into smallmouth bass is springtime, and they go really deep right after they spawn. They'll feed shallow for a little bit, but once the water gets above 70 degrees, those smallmouth, just like the walleyes, just like bigger pike, they literally take off into the depths trying to find cooler water. And a lot of fish do that, even panfish. Bluegills will suspend in deep water. A lot of people don't know that about them. But we're fishing rock piles for the smallmouth, and we're fishing cabbage weed beds. Like, if you find a cabbage weed bed, a flat, in 10 feet of water or less, all the way down to 2 feet of water, chances are there's some pike sitting inside those cabbage weeds, and there's some largemouth bass. But if you find areas where the rock structure meets the weeds, right down those weed edges, you can catch a lot of fish. And that could be in the form of a sunken island, where on the top there's a rock pile, and along the drop-offs there's some weeds. That can be in the form of even a rock flat that suddenly turns into a weed flat. But you'd want to find those 1 to 12 foot depths at the very most during the springtime. The warmer days, I tend to find fish super shallow in the spring. They're seeking out that warmer water after winter time, but that's all we're doing. We're just casting Rapalas and Topwater in the evenings, and during the daytime we kind of pick apart these structures just for shits and giggles with plastic worms and jerk baits, crankbaits. We've been doing pretty decently during the day, but nothing like we do in the evenings. I just wanted to let you guys know that's what we're doing. Look at a lake map, find the rock bars on those lake maps, or in some places there's buoys marking the rock bars that say danger rocks. Make sure you tilt your motor and your trolling motor even. You can pound your trolling motor in these shallow rock bars really easy, but that's what we're doing. Hope this information helps. Right now my wife's throwing her Etz wrap around. I'm gonna throw a Z-Man Ned worm on a lightweight Ned worm jig head, a mushroom jig. Slowing down because so far the bass haven't been cooperating on crankbaits and jerk baits. Got one. A rock bass. Rocky raccoon. Checked into his room. Alright, we're flipping some docks and kind of casting in between them. Oh, I just had one. I try to avoid dock flipping just because it can be a little stressful sometimes, but you catch a lot of fish doing it. Oh, oh. Largemouth. Oh, another one. Yeah, that. Getting a few small bass on wacky worms and Ned worms under these docks, but still no signs of big ones. Oh, whoa, big one, big one, big one, big, oh, no, 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 get out of there, get out, oh, that's a smallmouth, monster, yeah, you got it, oh, 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 oh. This is, that's my biggest smallmouth.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, under that dock.
That's insane.
I think I'm gonna take length and girth measurements of this fish. This is my biggest smallmouth ever. This sucker's over 6 pounds.
Oh man.
I'm shaking right now. What the heck is this?
That's amazing.
Under that dock.
Right.
Oh my God. I always bring a flimsy tape measure with me that you can take girth and length measurements with by wrapping the tape measure around the fish. This is my personal best smallmouth easily. "22 inches. That is 15 and a half.
For girth, okay.
Let's get this fish back. Oh my God.
Wow. That's insane. Aren't you happy I said let's go dock flipping?
Yes, I am. Thank you, babe. You were right. I'm shaking still. That was hell of a fish. So that's giant ass smallmouth I just caught. 22 inches, 15 and a half inch girth, 6.5 pounds, came out from underneath this boat dock right here. Absolutely fish of a lifetime. It's ridiculous. I'm shocked right now because I'm actually out here in a pretty swampy bay that's all shallow, weeds about 4 feet, 5 feet deep, and over here there's just some gravel between these docks, and that smallmouth lights that gravel underneath that dock. She swam away really nicely. I'm shaking. Caught that smallmouth, like I said, right under this dock. She almost wrapped me around all that crap. Was just seeing if there was another one sitting underneath here. Oh! Get out of there. Stupid rat bass. I'm using a 4-inch green pumpkin wacky worm, 10-pound fluorocarbon leader, 10-pound braid on a St. Croix Mojo bass wacky worm rod. You can throw Ned worms under docks, jig and pigs, tube jigs, shaky worms, wacky worms. All that stuff works. But the best skipping bait I know of is a tube jig with a Lindy tube insert or a Bass Pro Shop tube insert. They're just these little weights that you slip up inside the tube, then you can rig your weedless hook on it. It just skips like mad, but right now I'm just using a wacky worm. Oh, there, Rocky. That's a big rock bass. You can handle him.
He's heavy.
Good job, babe.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks.
Toss him back.
Funky.
Now we're just drifting over gravel, sand, rocks, and weeds in about, I'd say 5 to 6 feet of water, casting up into 2 or 3 feet and bringing it back. Same type of structures we've been catching fish on, just a different location. We just drifted over a super shallow rock pile, and all of a sudden it turned into weeds, and bam, he was right on that weed edge. Thought he was going to be bigger, but
Oh, nice fish.
yeah, it's pretty nice. Not bad.
Nice job.
Better than nothing.
Do you need a net? Yeah.
Just got another one. This is like 2 fish in a row.
The same size about.
No, this one's actually a little bit bigger, but yep, Mr. Largemouth. My wacky worm is all torn up, but it's still hanging on because of that O-ring I put on there with the wacky worm tool. Just a little plastic rubber O-ring, but this is almost toast. Still hanging on. Yeah, they're right on that. They're sitting right on that weed edge. Oh, I hooked him in the eye. What is up with that this week? Never hooked so many fish in the eye. Yeah, he even has a sore on his mouth. He's been caught before.
Oh.
Is he just pooping?
I don't know.
Right on that weed edge again. Right where the rocks meet the weeds. Good to have good polarized sunglasses for scoping out areas and finding those little spots. So we're finding these pike are really active right now on these jerk baits. I just lost one, saw one follow. These things can be very dangerous when you got hooks in their mouth, so always be careful with any fish, but pike, they popcorn on, see? They popcorn on you like that. Well, we just found the northern pike floating dead here. Not too bad of a one for this lake, but I'm going to show you guys why it died. I already did the autopsy on it, and it's confirmed that he died being a big pig. This is a decent northern for this lake, but he died choking on a freaking crappie. The crappie opened his fins up. Look at this.
It's stuck in there really good. Oh my god.
That fish tried to eat that. Smelly bastard.
Blech. You have to clean your hands off now.
Yeah. But that goes to show you that northern pike are absolute pigs. Hey everyone, we're back out here now. Today I caught a 22 by 15.5 inch smallmouth, which will calculate out to about 6.5 pounds. I'm getting that one, I'm gonna have that one made into a replica mount for sure. I might even get a 24 inch largemouth I caught years ago that was 7.5 pounds mounted. I've got quite a few big smallmouth I could have had mounted, but once you hit 22 inches, I think it's time to put one on the wall. I caught a 22 incher years ago. I never got the girth measurement of it, but same lake and doing similar things actually. Topwater, Rapalas, stuff like that. But this is our last trip up here for this trip. We might do some fishing tomorrow on a river on the way home, but we're gonna see if we can catch some fish on some topwater now. And it's nice and calm finally. It's been windier than hell all day. And I think this cold front, even though it's a cold front, I think we can scratch out a few fish on topwater. I've got confidence in that. But let's get fishing and shut up. Last night when that cold front blew in, it shut our bite right down. We caught those 2 giant smallmouth. One of them, Michelle, had 2 smallmouth hooked at the same time. That was just unreal. On one lure, both treble hooks had a bass attached to them. Never seen anything like it. I've seen that in YouTube videos with crankbaits, but I've never seen a topwater with 2 fish attached to it. And she luckily caught the 20 incher out of the 2. The other one was about 15 inches long. Oh, got one. Oh, son of a bitch. That was a good fish. I just had a fish. When I paused the bait, it took the topwater lure down like a bobber. It made no sense at all. When I set the hook, it felt like a heavy fish for a split second too, so that was kind of disappointing. Got one. That was a good one. Good hit. What is this? Largemouth. They are biting. Yeah, little fatty. Here's one. Oh, didn't even move it. See that? What the heck? They got rock bass snagged in the top of the head. What the heck?
Something nice. Oh, what is this? I saw it come out of the water, but I didn't get it on camera, sadly.
You were just complaining I was getting out of the board.
I slowed it down, and then boom, immediately when I slowed it down, it's in the weeds, I think.
Look at that. Wow, babe. That's a big fish. All right, babe. Nice fish.
Thank you.
Wow. Toss that girl back. Beautiful sunset.
Yeah. Literally the moment I slowed it down,
Yeah, I told you, slow it down.
there she goes.
Oh, you see that? Got him. Come on. Come on, Muskie. Blow up on him and take him off my line. Oh, God. Oops. Hit my camera. Future 5-pounder. God. These little ones can bury the hooks in you very easily, as you just saw. Almost hooked me, you little asshole. He's like, you're the one who taught me. Oh, I almost fell out of the boat. Why would you do that during a topwater bite? Now we're back in the spot where we caught our 2 big ones last night on topwater when all that wind picked up, and it hasn't been as fast. Oh, I just had a bite. Well, it hasn't been as fast paced as last night. I wasn't expecting it to be with this cold front, but we're still catching fish on topwater despite the cold front. Oh. Crappie. Dude, the way that thing hit, he came right out of the water.
Wow, it's a pretty nice one.
Yeah.
Well, I think you already have.
What the heck?
What was that?
I have no idea, but I just ripped it away from it, trying to take another cast, and he was just on there.
Maybe it was another crappie.
Oh. Another crappie.
Oh my God.
Or rock bass. Baby Goliath grouper. Oh, there you go. What is that? Little largemouth? Good job, babe. On the Ned worm, that's maybe we got a finesse fish.
Well, that's the first bite I've had on it, so.
Tonight, or this evening, started out really good. We were getting fish pretty consistently on the topwater, but this wind picked up again out of the northeast. The bite just shut down. I've got arthritis in my neck, my upper back. I can feel it hurting really bad right now. I know there's some sort of pressure system. It is a cold front still, as I've been saying all day today. But we caught a decent amount of fish and one really gigantic one. My wife got the biggest largemouth that she caught on this trip. Too bad it was post spawn because its belly was empty. She laid her eggs, but can't pick the ones that bite. Well, we're gonna see if we get out fishing tomorrow or not, and we'll go from there. Good night, everybody. Well, now we're heading home. We took care of a bunch of things this morning. We just stopped at that spot that we fished earlier in these videos down by the river where we caught the pike and a few bass. We just got ourselves some Subway subs on the way home. I got a Philly cheesesteak sub here that I'm gonna scarf down, but we're about to do some fishing before we hit the road and drive 5 hours back to 4.5, 5 hours back to southeastern Wisconsin. It was a fun trip. We had some good times, caught a lot of big fish so far. We might still get a big fish, but let's eat some lunch, see what happens. Let's see if they made my sub sandwich to my liking.
It looks like they made it good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, extra crispy. But yeah, let's eat lunch, do a little bit of fishing, then head home. So now we're down here by the river. We just had a nice lunch, had a spider running at us across the table, the picnic table. Big guy, kind of creepy, but I'm gonna throw my 8-weight fly rod. It's a Temple Fork Outfitter, 8-weight, 9-foot, 2-piece. It's a Lefty Cray Signature Series 2 model. Then I have a Piscifun Sword 2 reel with some very pricey Scientific Anglers fly line. Not so sure it's helped me cast better or not. Sorry about the trucks going by, we're by a highway. But I'm gonna throw this homemade zonker fly. Poor little bunny rabbit had to die for me to make this, sadly, but I don't like knowing that when you fly fish, animals have to be bred and pretty much die to make these flies. I've been turning to synthetic hair a lot more for a lot of my flies, but there's still certain fly patterns you can't make without certain materials. But these zonker flies catch everything from pike to bass, walleyes, brown trout, rainbow trout, salmon, all sorts of fish. But I'm gonna throw this around and see what happens. Took my second cast and I got a northern pike on my line. Ah, don't bite me off. There we go. That was cool. I actually saw this fish hit. Full of parasites though. Man, oh man, don't do that. Probably gonna have to retie now. Oh my God, he buried it down his throat. We're gonna need the pliers.
Okay.
Get this guy off, but zonker fly down the hatch, little northern pike. Nice. Well, I just got done fly fishing at this river right here. I tried this spot, don't really see much going on. Caught one pike on a fly. I had a big smallmouth bass on the backside of the dam follow my zonker fly in. And right when it was about to grab the thing, the current picked up and took the fly right out of his face. Kind of sucked. But if you guys like this whole video, sorry I'm getting bit up by bugs here. We are in the forest. A lot of mosquitoes, but if you guys like this video, subscribe to my page, hit the like button. It helps out tremendously. This was probably a several part video because we've been up here for a week now. We'll be back up here again in a few months doing another video, probably musky fishing, stuff like that. But we had a great time, caught a lot of big bass, a lot of medium-sized ones, some small ones, a lot of crappies, pike. It was a very enjoyable trip. And well, catching a 22 by 15.5 inch smallmouth was the icing on the cake. That fish is going on my wall someday, getting a replica made of it because I don't keep trophy fish. I throw them back after taking that length and girth measurement. But not much more I can say. Got a long drive home. I'm tired, I'm sore, crabby that I'm going back to southeastern Wisconsin, but I'm happy to get back home, see my cats, sleep in my own bed. Take care. Good luck fishing. you got here?
Nice smallmouth.
Nice.
Oh, it's such a fighter.
It's a nice smallmouth.
Yeah.
Caught that on the little baby Kitech, eh?
Yep.
Hold it up. After we just saw the weirdest looking snake. Oh, fat little smallmouth. Or a decent one actually, but caught that on a Nedworm jig. Mushroom head jig with a Z-Man Nedworm.
Nice job.
Fat little
Good
guy.
one.
A lot of suckers swimming around here in the shallows. I've seen about a 20-inch largemouth swim away from this dock when I first walked up to it. Hey, what is that? Is that a muskie? Oh, that's a muskie or a pike.
Ooh.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a little oh, it's a nice sized pike actually. What is that thing? It's either a muskie, I think it's a pike. Seeing all sorts of fish off this boat launch. See that fish?
Mm-hmm.
So I know I don't want Nedworms. I've never fished this lake before. We just saw a sign that said boat launch and we turned. We've already caught like 3 smallmouth. Saw a couple really crazy looking snakes, really big snakes climbing through the grass. One that scared the shit out of me because I almost stepped right on it and it just went taking off. Never seen snakes like that before. If we get anything else, you guys will definitely know. A second ago, I just lost about a 40-inch muskie that grabbed my Nedworm. And then I take another cast, put this really nice smallmouth.
You're probably gonna have to bring it down.
Yeah. Come on, guy. It's a nice one.
Taking a smallie for a walk.
Yep.
We still don't have the net with us, but
Watch your step.
I know.
Oh, there we go. A nice smallie about 18 inches long. Now I got this guy right here. Got the net with us finally. Didn't need the net for this one, but catching a ton of fish on this little lake. Not even sure what lake this is, but there was a sign that said boat launch. We went and checked it out.